let's just say there's an attorney listening to this who hasn't used ChatGPT yet or OpenAI. What is there one that you would suggest? Because I know they've advanced. Like I originally started, I think it was at 3.0, and now it's at like 4.5 or 5.0.
Yeah.
It may have advanced since we've been on this, but where would you tell someone to start? And, even when I open it up, there's more option than there was, 6 months ago, and I'm not even sure what some of the new options do. So where would you direct somebody to go, or a specific large language model that you like to use?
Yeah. My favorite right now. So ChatGPT and OpenAI are Microsoft companies, I think. I'm pretty sure they're owned by Microsoft, or at least funded by Microsoft. So that's like going and using Windows. Google has its own chat. It's not called ChatGPT. It's called something different. It's called Bard, B-A-R-D. There's another company, and the name is escaping me right now, but they have a large language model called Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E. That's the one I like. And let me tell you why I like that one. I like that one because I can attach PDFs and documents and it'll read them for me. Some of like the original ChatGPT, you couldn't attach anything. You could cut and paste and throw it in there, but you couldn't like attach multiple PDFs. And Claude is awesome with that. And again, back to what we were talking about earlier in terms of tokens, there's a limit on all of these large language models to what you can upload into them, because there's a limit to the computing power, how many tokens they can have, how much tokenization they can have. And Claude, in my experience, like, and you'll see, your listeners will see when you go into certain large language models and you upload documents, once they get to a certain length, it'll say we can't do this, is too much stuff. You've reached your limit. And Claude has a lot more space. So that's the one I've been using. I think it's called Claude AI. But there's so many out there that I think probably what will happen is what's happened in the computer industry in general in the last 30 years. There'll be tons of different social media sites, and then MySpace will blow up. Or, so there'll be some consolidation. And so I'm really focused on the ones that I think will survive. And, ChatGPT will clearly survive. Bard, run by Google. I'm looking forward to what Apple's going to do with AI. They're a little more cautious historically on some of the security stuff, but they're going to start. They've already done it, but they're going to start baking in more and more AI, more and more large language models into your phone and computer and stuff like that. But Claude is the one that I like right now. There's also, for the lawyers, there's a company called Casetext, which is kind of like the old Westlaw, that now has something called Co-Counsel, which will write you legal memos, do you some research, it'll create timelines, and it's all a large language model. And it's good. But again, like I said earlier, don't rely on any large language model to tell you that a particular case says a particular thing, or even that a particular case actually exists.